Hello crafties, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. My name is Infiniti, and today, or this year, I'm back with another. It's not really an unboxing, more so of an unbagging. I thought I was gonna do an unboxing this year, but stuff happened and I was like, oh well, not gonna do it. But then last minute I was able to go shopping, so I went out and bought a lot of things. I went to Joann's and I went out to Hobby Lobby. Now I have an interesting story about Hobby Lobby, which I will save for the end of the video because I want to get through the haul first. Also, this is a re-recording, so hopefully I get through all of my notes. Unfortunately, I lost like some of the footage that I had in the stores, but you guys know what a craft store looks like. So without further ado, gonna dive right in. So we went to Joann's first. We didn't go to like the close Joann's that we usually go to, well, relatively close Joann's. We went to the one that was like way out, down 255, way South County. So that one was cool because it has a bigger selection and I love going in there. This is the second time I've been there and I was just like a kid in a candy store, guys. I'm sure you guys can imagine. You guys relate. So I first and foremost went out to do like commission shopping because if you've been crafting for a minute, everybody's like, ooh, make me this or make me that around the end of the year, and it's like, well, okay. So had a few commissions, wanted to get the yarn for that, but of course, me being me, I got stuff that didn't need at the time. Let's get to the stuff that what, this stuff is all stacked up. Like I said, this is a re-recording, so yeah, it's not set up like it was, and I'm sad about that. But anyway, so one of my commissions or gifting, I'm not really sure yet, is for fingerless gloves, and I got two of these because I don't have a rich purple like this one back on my shelf. I know you guys can see the purple behind my head, and it is a nice purple, but it's not like eggplant, which is what they wanted, so that's what I'm gonna be making with these. And I'm gonna have some left over, so maybe some additional hats or something out of the second skein, I don't know. But this big twist skein, it has 320 yards, it's 100% acrylic, and they just call it purple. They just call it purple. There's no like particular name for it. And I like this yarn because it does have like on the label, don't know if you guys can, the light is bright, but it has on the label how many skeins you need per project. So a hat you'd only need one, a scarf you might need two, so on and so forth. So I have those. And then there's this yarn. Okay, so you guys have probably heard about Red Heart's Heat Wave yarn, and I had wanted to do a review on this yarn back in November, but again, I didn't get around to that. I had to kind of turn up for my birthday, so yeah, that was my fault. But I wanted to do a review on this. This stuff is supposed to be sun activated, like, and keep you like what, 12 degrees warmer. So I think that's interesting. On the label it has like the scarves and mittens made with the stuff. I don't know about hats. I've seen some people like, should you really use this for hats? Don't know yet. So when I get to making things with this stuff, I will come back and probably do that review next year. More content for the win. So there's this color, but then like I was almost grabbing one of each when I saw them because I was so surprised to see them, because I think the other Joann's doesn't have it. So I grabbed this one, which is like a guava, but they call it seaweed. The other one is called Blue Skies, I think. Yeah, it's called Blue Skies. And then I got this color called Ocean. Now it's kind of purple looking on camera, not gonna lie, but in person it's this rich navy blue that, I don't know, something for a guy, I think. Something for a guy. But it's a 408, it's 100% acrylic, and it's 198 yards per skein. So, I don't know, maybe a cowl. Maybe a cowl. There's that. Then I have it in, what is this color called? Swim shorts. It's fun. So like I'm really liking the fun little names. Like I like nature, so I like how the names of this yarn is like water / summer based kind of. It's funny. Reminds you of warm things. There we go. The ocean, because you wouldn't go in the ocean in the winter, I would hope. So I think that's all of the heat wave that I got. I went in on Lion Brand. Okay, so I got Lion Brand's basic stitch. I've never used this yarn before, but it felt nice, so I grabbed it. This one's called Tourmaline, and it is again 100% acrylic. It has 219 yards in this one, so you get a little more out of this one. I'm probably going to be using this again for the scarves and hats, trying to build inventory, which I will address in another video, so stay tuned around New Year's when that video drops. You know, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Just saying. So I think I got 2 of those, or did I? Yeah, I got 2 of those in Tourmaline because I was thinking about a set, so that's probably what I'm going to do. It's a 4-weight yarn. They recommend the standard 5mm for it, so probably a scarf and hat kind of thing if I don't just pop it onto my machine and crank it out. I don't know. I've been doing that a lot. We'll see how tuckered out I am by the end of this year. I also got this color in, what is this color? It's like a gold. It's called saffron, but I call it gold. Lovely. Again, another set. I might blend it. I got this Heartland yarn, also Lion Brand. So me and Lion Brand have been like best buddies lately. It's 251 yards in this, again 100% acrylic. It's so soft. Like, it almost feels like, it doesn't feel like acrylic. It almost feels like Karen Simply Soft, if you can imagine that, but almost like with wool maybe added to it, but it's 100% acrylic. That's the best way I can actually explain that. So yeah, I look forward to working with that because it's such a rich, like, deep color. It's good for the fall / autumn, I think. So I don't know. What do I want to use this for? I don't know. Again, I went in there, kid in a candy store, got a great deal on everything. I used my coupons because that's the life I live. Now these Red Heart Super Savers, again, you guys know these are my favorite, like, to-go standard kind of yarns. Like, you get the most bang for your buck most of the time. This one's just gold. They recommend a 5.5mm for it, and there's 364 yards in this skein. So love this stuff. What am I gonna use it for is your question, and to answer that, I don't know. If you guys have been sticking around for a minute, you will remember that I did a coffee button patch. So Coffee is a platform that I use for my blogging right now until I get my website up, and basically it allows supporters to donate or whatever to their creators to help them churn out better content, etc., keep making art, whatever it may be. So I have that, and I designed a patch from their logo, and I've been wanting to make a gold patch because I'm a Coffee Gold member, so, you know, premium, whatever. So that's what that's for. That was actually, I didn't expect to get that gold, but it's actually for a future project that I look forward to getting to. So I got like 4 skeins of that because I think in the past when I've made like intarsia blankets, it's about 4 that I need, like the heart blanket almost. I think I used like 4 skeins of that pink. Alright, so now I also got another Super Saver. It looks almost white on camera, but it is the pretty, no, it's the baby pink. The baby pink yarn. Now I had a request for a scarf to be made out of it, so I'm gonna crank that out. This is for sure going on the machine. I do not feel like crocheting by hand this scarf because I think they want it relatively long. Yeah, no. But yes, I have 2 of these, and then I have what they call Pretty in Pink, which is like the hot pink, which I intend to use for my heart blanket because February is coming, so I need to get a head start on that. I think I'm still going to use the red heart color. I don't know. I'm sure I'll decide by the time I get started on this project because there's a lot of stuff that I'm working on right now, guys, and yeah, it's time consuming. It's time consuming, but yeah, I got that. I'm trying to keep my Eiffel Tower of yarn from like not tumbling over. I also got like the basic white Red Heart jumbo skein, which is fine. You guys know what that looks like. These, I've fallen in love with Lion Brand's 1 pounds simply because you get so much out of it. So it's 1,020 yards in this bad boy, I was able to churn out a long scarf, a Infiniti scarf, and 2 hats from one skein. Did I make something else out of it? I think I had gone in this yarn for a hat previously because I had a stitch marker on the end. So I think I've gotten like 5 or 6 items out of one skein yarn, which is fantastic for me. Yeah, so I'm gonna get more of these. I don't mind like the price of them because you do get so much for your money, and that's what's important. That is what is important. So I look forward to whatever I make with this. I might actually do something. I keep looking up, but I might actually do something with one of the 1 pounds that I have either up there or behind my back. I have like pastel colors of them. I planned a sweater, but I still haven't gotten around to that sweater yet because, you know, stuff. Alright, what else did I get from Joann's? I got buttons, because if you guys, again, listen to my ramblings, you'll know that I like big buttons. I like notions. So these buttons I've been having my eye on for a minute, but I just like never needed them, like never had a reason to grab them, so I just never did. These organic element buttons are absolutely gorgeous. They're glossy and shiny and pretty, and they're huge. So I got 2 black ones, and then I got this really like nice green one. It's so vibrant. And I know there's a glare off my light, so I got that one. It kind of reminds me of like a turquoise, but like a green turquoise. I wonder if they have green turquoise. Anyway, I got a blue one that reminds me of the ocean, and I love it so much. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for just yet, but hopefully, you know what, this might go with some yarn that I got from Hobby Lobby. Now, I'll get into it in a minute. And then I got the wood button. I got the wood button, which is actually kind of, it's a little bit bigger. They're all the same brand, but it's a little bit bigger than these. Just slightly. I don't know what I'm going to use them for. I really don't. But I got them. They're mine now. And that's all that matters. So I'm putting those to the side. Now I'm going to get into the stuff that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I just found my darning needle that I thought I lost. Which brings me into what I got. Now, you probably can't, does this make a difference? Does it? It actually does. Wow. So I got darning needles. I got the 3-pack, and then I got like this 2-pack. Now in this 2-pack, there's a bigger one that has like an inch-long eye on it. It's really big, and like I have good vision. I have like 20/20 vision, but I don't want to like strain my eyes, so I do get the bigger darning needles so that, you know, it makes it easier to thread. But I'll probably be using that for my chunky projects too, even though I have different types of darning needles that help with that as well. Gonna stick this darning needle in this pink yarn because I'm not gonna lose it again. I lost that thing back when I was doing my knit along for my skirt for portfolio day. That was September? August? Yeah, that's been a minute. So, putting these to the side, I'm gonna put these in my notions bin after I get done recording this. Pray to God I don't lose my recording again, because like I had footage and I'm not bummed, but I'm like disappointed. But anyway, I went to Hobby Lobby for the absolute first time since I started crafting, which was 5 years ago. I was 17 when I started crocheting, so I just turned 22. Where'd the time go? Anyway, so you know, it was the first time I went to Hobby Lobby. I was super excited because like it's a big craft store, and I was really looking forward to the experience and seeing what all they have. Plus, I'm in several crochet and knitting Facebook groups, and just across different social media, I follow different crafters that go to Hobby Lobby. And so one of their brands is called Yarn Bee, which is, I guess, exclusive to them. Does this make a difference? My light is bright. Okay, so this is called Yarn Bee Katarina, and I got it in the color Thistle. Now this is probably going to end up being a birthday present, so I won't say what I'm going to use it for. But right now, I feel like it would go really well with this button in the end. Maybe not. I don't know. The difference on camera. When I go to edit this, I'm probably going to like change my mind. But right now, I feel like they go together, so I would use them together. And what I'm going to make, I have no idea. But I know it's going to be lovely. And then I got another yarn bee color, and this is another Katarina, and it is called Aztec Blanket. I got 4 of these, so I thought I was gonna use these for commission. And like, yeah, it doesn't necessarily say the weight on it, but it does recommend like a 5mm needle. I'm sorry, crochet hook. Wow. Anyway, I thought it was gonna be super cool, but like when I cranked it out, it's more of a 3-weight yarn. So the hat I made is like kind of thin, and it'd be better suited for like the fall, like early fall before it gets cold, you know. Definitely not a winter hat. So I went to Michael's literally the next day. Gonna get into that in another video. So anyway, I got this. I love this, and I'm gonna keep using it, but it's probably gonna be something for me. I was able to crank a whole hat out of this, and it doesn't look like anything's missing out of that hat. And it was like 75 rows. It was like 75 rows that I knitted with that, and yeah, there's still a substantial amount of yarn. Actually, how much yarn is in this? So it's 100%, wait, no, it's not. It's 90% acrylic and 10% nylon, and there's 295 yards in this little guy. So there's more yardage in here than a Super Saver, but the Super Saver is thicker. So I don't know. I love this yarn. So now I get into story time about Hobby Lobby. Alright, so now for this Hobby Lobby story. Now, first and foremost, I don't feel like this is a reflection of the company itself. However, you know, situations like this really put like a bad taste in your mouth. So here we go. First of all, you guys follow me on Instagram. You know I'm a Missouri girl, St. Louis girl. Okay. So there are a lot of different locations for craft stores in my city. However, this day my mom, like I said, we went down 255 to go to Joann's, and I noticed this time that there was a Hobby Lobby like right up the street. It's on Elm Park Drive or something. Fifth. It's like on a corner. But anyway, so we went over there to the little strip mall. We went to Hobby Lobby, found our parking spot, went in the store. The atmosphere was super chill, you know. It was like, I don't know, it was different, and I enjoyed it. So we found the yarn section, we found everything we needed and didn't need, and we got to checkout. And it wasn't until checkout that we like ran into issues. So again, we went all the way down to South County in my city from the north. So we were almost in Illinois, basically, going to this location. A lot of gas. So we get to the checkout line, and the guy that was ringing up people needed to be relieved, and the manager lady was trying to direct somebody to open up another register so this guy could be relieved. Well, once she assigned somebody to the other register, my mom was like, hey, let's go over here. And my mom goes over there and tries to get a spot. And now this manager lady, there's no way she couldn't see me or my mother. I'm taller than this lady, right? I'm 5'6". My mom's like 5'10". Okay, we're not short. we're very visible. And this manager jumps in front of my mom. Now, again, my mom's a tall lady. She also has like different health problems. So one of the health problems is like lower back pain. And she was trying to like tough it out and just wait till we got through the checkout line so we could go sit down. That was part of her wanting to get over in this other line. So I'm about to turn my basket around the little end cap thing. And this lady jumps in front of my mom, and she waves the 2 young ladies in front of me over into the checkout line. Now, under normal circumstances, that would have been okay because they were in front of us. But she visibly saw us. There's no way she did not see us trying to move out of our line to get over there first. Okay, and like, we were the only black people in the store, and that made us feel some sort of way because it's like, okay, but me being me, I tried to like, I don't know, in my mind I was like, maybe that's not the case. But okay, even once she did that and we got into the second line, you know, um, we had a question. Oh, it was about competitor coupons, which the cashier ended up being more helpful than the manager lady. Even though the manager lady was standing there hovering over the cashier the whole time, which we thought was weird. But anyway, I tried to get the manager lady's attention. And there's no, like, I'm soft-spoken, but obviously I can get loud, right? Right? Okay, so I was like, excuse me, you know, there's no way she couldn't have heard me. Well, she blatantly ignored me, which is a pet peeve of mine. Oh my god, it makes me so mad. But I'm not as much of a firecracker as my mom, so I didn't, like, get mad, but I was put off by that. So she went on to do whatever it was that she was going to do, and she never addressed the fact that I tried to get her attention. And then she stayed hovering over the cashier that was in our line. She didn't go hovering over anybody else, but she's standing there hovering over the lady that was ringing up me and my mom. And so, like, when we were leaving the store, we were expressing that. It's like, you know, we were trying to, like, have a pleasant exchange with the cashier, but that manager of that store, oh, she really peed us off. You know. And it's like, if you're going to be, like, in a higher position for a business or a company like that, you don't need to, like, put your personal bias out there, or you shouldn't be working with the general public at all. So it's like, you know, like, everybody else in the store was, like, helpful and cool or whatever, but that manager, I didn't get a good look at her name tag to see if she was a general manager. I got her name, but it's like, you know, I don't know, it just kind of makes you not want to go back to any of the locations. Like, I know not all of them were like that, but you get my drift, right? Because it'd be like if you went to like any other, like, market or something, and the staff there was, like, clearly treating the other customers better than you for whatever reason, and the other customers seem to be of a different ethnicity or were of a different ethnicity, and then they get to you and they're just like, oh, you don't matter, you don't exist. It's like, okay, honey, first of all, I work just like everybody else in the store. I earn my money just like everybody else in the store, and I wanted to come spend it at a place that, like, I'd never been to because I was interested in the franchise in general, and this is the best you can do. So needless to say, we won't be going back to that location because that was just freaking awful. That was really awful, you know, and, like, I don't appreciate that, like, the gestures. And even if, oh, that wasn't the case, that's how that situation could have been read. Now, if my mother, I feel like, had been, like, an older white lady, because the ladies in front of us, they were Caucasian. You can't tell me. You cannot tell me anything different right now, because I feel like if my mother had been, like, a middle-aged white lady, you know, trying to get over there, that woman would not have cut her off or jumped in front of her like that and totally disregarded me if I was, like, somebody with, like, white hair. I mean, like, blonde hair and blue eyes. That would not have been, like, really, what's the deal with that? You know, and again, I don't feel like this is a reflection of the company. I've known a lot of people who've been going to Hobby Lobby for years, and they're just like, oh, it's so great. I blame it on just her in general, because location doesn't, like, it does and it does not matter. It does in the sense of, like, if you have a group of, like-minded individuals in one location, that makes a difference. But on the other hand, just because the store sits in on a certain plot of land doesn't mean that it's automatically like, racist or not good. But yeah, in that case, me and my mom will never ever go back to that Hobby Lobby because of that experience. So I don't know, tell me what you guys think down below. I'm interested to hear that. There's like 3-4 other Hobby Lobbies in my city that I can think of right now, and yeah, about all of them look better than that one, but, like, right now I don't even want to see another Hobby Lobby because, hey. So, you know, Joann's, Michael's, basically the places I've been going, I'm going to continue to patronize, because at least when I go in those places, I'm not treated like I'm, like, subhuman or I don't exist or, you know, disregarded because maybe I'm not the same complexion as everybody else in the store. So, you know, anyway, gonna end this little rant. I hope you guys enjoyed my unboxing, and, you know, let me know what you think about this whole Hobby Lobby thing, because, yeah. And until next time, until next video, guys, I hope you guys make happily, craft happily, and happy holidays.